It's time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, the pass of your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes. Simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you...
Appreciate you, Coach. One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport. Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
First down, Green Bay.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers, and a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 43. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This thrown quickly out to Jones. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that. But you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ran, hey, Alpha. Alert! Silver! Shoot!
Throwing on 2nd down. Trubisky. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Check 43. Ran, hey, exit.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Miller with 1st down and more. The catch made by Miller. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Alert!
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A huge play there for Chicago. 48 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's get some penetration here.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 25 on second down, Rodgers got his target, Pierre Garçon. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Green Bay.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling background he has. He understands leverage as well as anyone in the game. A big-time wrestler in high school. He didn't lose very often.
3-time heavyweight state champ in South Carolina. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brings up third down.
Number 53, Mike 53. He's
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And Adams has it complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 53. Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
14 yards into Chicago, first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Bravo!
52, Mike, 52. Drop deep, drop deep. 52 is the mic right here, over there, right?
Now it's Trubisky. And he finds his tight end, Graham. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Trubisky to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. First down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Cohen, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And, of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half.
Hey, high 7.
On third down, Trubisky. He'll let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
25, check 25. Hey, alert. Hey, Haywood.
Fourth down. Here's Trubisky. And he's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from midfield at the 47. Preston Smith. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
319.
Defense wins championships, baby.
On first down, it's Jones. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
To throw on second and 6, Rodgers. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Khalil Mack, his second sack of the night. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on third and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's got Lewis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
319.
Check 53, Flood. I'm coming for you. You mine.
319.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 16-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. And that's complete to Adams. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones as the first half is winding down. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 40. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have hit halftime of the 2019 opener from Chicago as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
You better be afraid of me.
Now on 2nd and 13, Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Dean Lowry just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And this one complete to Smith. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 43 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On 1st down, Trubisky. He sets to fire deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A very solid gain of 27. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D.
Again, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Now Rodgers to throw on 3rd down. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A huge play there for Chicago. 44 yards on the ground.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
Kill. Turn up.
Now Trubisky to throw. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Alert.
Trubisky will throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Me and you all day. I'm coming.
On second and 9. Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. A gain there of 21 yards.
Let's go.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Crosby connects on the extra point. Back now at Soldier Field, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Big hold of the 30. He cuts it right. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Akeem Hunt, 81 yards. And the Bears get a bit closer. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the two-point conversion for good measure. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's caught by Garcon. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Rodgers. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Rodgers. And Lewis has it, the tight end. Disaster there, resulting in a loss of 7 on 3rd down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
12 yards on the return that time, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Let's put that team on the bus.
2nd and 5 now. Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
I'm here all day.
Five.
Alert. Safety's creeping. Check 99. Check 99. Shift. Watch the shift.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Here we go. Hey, alert 3. Alert flare.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he'll get this one up to the 26. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long.
18. Hey, orbit.
Now Trubisky on third and long. Going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
36. Pilot, 64. Weak. Lock in. Get wide. Hey, Delta.
They're going on fourth down. It's Trubisky. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the script of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
The tackle made by Landon Roberts. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that will be incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Now a desperation throw. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And some room to maneuver. A big run there by Jones. 61 yards that time on the ground.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for Green Bay, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.